Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video that has been highly requested on this channel because I talk about INSHOT a lot, but I've never done one specific video on exactly how to use INSHOT and the basic features of that. So that's what we're gonna do in this video. I'm gonna give you a brief overview of the key features that you need to know to use INSHOT to edit your Instagram Reels, short form video, other types of video marketing, all from your phone. So this is how you can edit your videos without having to edit within the Instagram app or any other social media apps, and how you can edit amazing videos on the go and make it super simple. And INSHOT is my favorite app to do that. The features we're gonna go over in this video are adding your video clips, how to trim them, how to edit the filters on them, how to add music, and the best export settings for when you're saving your INSHOT videos. So this is not by any means going to be an in-depth tutorial on every single feature you need to use within INSHOT, because there's so much that goes into it. But these are just the key things to know if you do want to use INSHOT for editing your vertical videos. And I just want to say here a big thank you to Epidemic for sponsoring this video. You guys are going to hear more about them later in this video and exactly how you can have amazing royalty-free music and get access to over 35,000 tracks and over 90,000 sounds that you can use in your video marketing, which is incredible. So I'll tell you guys more about them here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and dive in and start the tutorial. The first thing you're gonna need in order to do this tutorial is the app INSHOT. So I have it downloaded on my phone right here, and I will say that it is not a completely free app, but it is extremely affordable. You can either pay $3.99 per month to have access to all of the features, or you can just pay a flat fee of $34.99 and have the app for life. So that's what I decided to do, and to me, $35 for an amazing app you can edit videos on the go is a pretty good steal. And the reason that you might want to upgrade is because the main reason you want to upgrade is because you're able to edit any size of videos. So before you upgrade, you can only edit videos as a square, and it has their logo in the corner, which is obviously not ideal. So you want to make sure you upgrade in order to use this app. You're just gonna have access to way more features, and trust me, I think it's completely worth it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the app INSHOT right here, and the video that I'm going to be editing today, the idea that I had in my mind is almost creating this behind the scenes video of some of the things I do in my business, like making YouTube videos, speaking at events, things like that, just to give my audience a peek into what I do. And I thought it'd be a fun way to share with you guys how to edit videos. So when you come in here to make a video, you tap on the video icon right here, and you can see there's a bunch of drafts. So when you're editing a video, you can save it in here in your drafts, which is super handy if you don't have time to edit the whole video right then. But I'm going to go ahead and tap on new right here, and then this is where you can choose your video clips that you want to use in your video. So at the bottom here where it says album, I'm going to tap on that and actually navigate to a folder where I have already saved my video clips. And just for reference, I'm using an iPhone 12, so when it comes to like the different settings and features and things like that I'm going to be using this tutorial, I'm using an Apple iOS device, so things might be a little different on Android, but follow along as much as you can, and hopefully this will still help you. So now I've got that folder pulled up with the clips that I want to use for this video. I just find that organizing them into a folder first when I have a video idea in mind helps me a lot when I go to actually get the clips for the video, so that it makes it just way faster with editing. So what I'm going to do is I am going to select all of the videos that I want in this video. So basically it's all of them in here, and you can just tap on each icon for the video, and you're able to add multiple videos at a time. And there is a little trim icon if you want to go ahead and trim the video as you're adding it in, like if there's only a certain clip that you know you want in the video. I normally don't do that just because I like to see how the video flows within the video that I am editing before I start trimming it down. So I'm just gonna leave the rest of these like that, hit the little green check mark at the bottom, and then wait for this to load. Important to note that you should not close this app out while the video is importing, otherwise it's not going to finish importing on its own. Once your videos are finished being added into INSHOT, it's going to look something like this. You can also tap that red plus icon at the bottom left-hand corner to add more videos or photos. It is important to note that you can add photos into INSHOT too. So if you're doing a reel where you need to add images, that's really handy. The first thing that I do when I am editing a reel, and it's something that's really important to note, when you automatically are filming with your your phone, it's gonna be a 4:3 ratio. And when you're uploading to a short form video like Reels or TikTok, it's actually a 16:9 ratio. And so you wanna go in and change that first thing before you start editing the rest of your video. If you're doing some other type of video content like stories or something like that, you might not have to change the size, but for the purpose of this and editing Reels with InShot, we're gonna have to do that. So what you do is tap on Canvas on the far left-hand corner right here, and then you can see it gives you all the different ratios. It even has the TikTok symbol next to the 16:9 ratio, gives you, or I guess this is 9:16, but you get the point, same difference. So we'll go ahead and tap on 9:16, tap the check mark, and then you'll see the videos are not going, or some of them are not going to be filling like the entire screen. So we're gonna have to crop them differently so that they make sure that they fill the canvas. And so what you want to do that is you tap on the video that you want to crop and have it, make sure it's selected, it has a little white box around it. And then we're gonna do a little scroll on the settings or the different features right here. And we're gonna go ahead and tap on crop right here towards the end. And then that's where you can change it for that individual video to 9:16. And then we're gonna adjust it to wherever we want. I'm gonna bring this to the far left so that I'm more in the center, hit the little check mark in the upper right hand corner. And then there you go. And then your video is the right size for your reel. So I'm just gonna scroll through here and make sure that all of the videos look good. And you can also use 2 fingers at the very bottom and pinch them in or out to zoom in or out on your editing, which is really helpful if you have maybe a really long clip and you want to get a good overview of how long it is. So like this one, I think was like a time lapse of me editing a YouTube video. Okay, so this one looks good. These look good. This looks good. Okay, cool. So actually, the next thing that comes to mind is this is me getting ready to film. So I might want to move this in front of me filming the YouTube video. I wanna make sure that I'm telling a story with my reel as much as possible. So to move clips around, all you do is tap and hold down on the clip, and then you're gonna be able to see the different clips. Like it won't matter how long or short a clip is, and you're able to see each of them in what order they are. You're gonna tap and hold on the clip that you want to move, and then you're just gonna drag it across. And so I'm gonna put this right in front of where I am filming YouTube videos right here so that it makes sense. And I think the rest of these are fine. The editing one of me editing a YouTube video, I think I'm gonna move to after I film just because I think that make more sense. And I might actually move this to right after because then it would set up the scene for me actually filming. So I think these were actually filmed on the same day because I'm sitting at my desk. So, and then once you're done, you're just going to tap anywhere at the bottom of the screen once and it'll go back to the normal video editing section. To trim how short or long a certain clip is, what you're going to do is tap on the clip that you want to trim and then you'll see the big white bars on either side of the clip. Then you're just gonna tap and drag and you can see that number in the upper right hand corner of the clip. That tells you how long the clip is. So when we're talking about Instagram Reels and short form video, a lot of the times we don't want the clip to be longer than maybe 3, 4, 5 seconds long. If it's longer than that, then we need to have something in our minds of how long or how the text is going to change on the screen. So maybe if you do have a clip that's 10 seconds long, you're making sure that the text on the screen is changing every 3 of those seconds, right? Just to keep it interesting and engaging. So for this one, I'm going to shorten it to about 3 or 4 seconds. Let's do the same with this one. This one is way too long. It's like 2 minutes long. So we're just going to go way back just so we have a few minutes. And I'm going to hit somewhere in the middle where it makes sense. And actually, I might end up speeding it up a little bit. So if you hit on when it's selected, when you hit on the speed button at the top, you can speed it up or slow it down. So I'm gonna go up to maybe speed it like 6 times, then we'll see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, it looks like I bumped my screen at the beginning, so I'm gonna make this a little longer and then shorten it at the front to get rid of that little weird bump. The other thing before we move on is that I like to mess with is the filters, which really I don't really use the filters. I just make my own adjustments to like the brightness and contrast and stuff. So to do that, what you're gonna do is select a clip that you want to edit. And as I scroll through here, like there's some clips that I had edited within the Instagram app, like this one, and it has a really nice filter on it from Instagram. But like this one is a little bit dark. It was a bit dark of a room. And so I want it to flow with the rest of the videos and just like my editing style as much as possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll back to the front and hit where it says filter right here, but I'm actually gonna hit adjust at the top. And when we do that, you see we have like lightness, contrast, warmth, tint, saturation, curves. You can get as crazy as you want with this. The easiest thing I do is just on my lightness, I just bump it all the way up And then I will also adjust usually like the warmth. So this feels a little bit warm to me. So I'm gonna bring the warmth down just a little bit and then hit the plus icon. So that makes it really easier to be able to have it match just a little bit more. So if I go through my different clips like this one, I think it needs to be adjusted a little bit more. So I'm gonna adjust this right here up, adjust my warmth down, hit the plus icon. Same with this one right here. Let's hit adjust, lightness up, and the warmth is totally fine. So I just hit the lightness. Cool. And then that's just a good way to make sure that your clips flow a little bit better and that you have a very similar editing style. Now that we have like the base of our video here edited, another thing that I want to point out that I actually do in a lot of my videos I edit outside the Instagram app is adding royalty-free music. And that's where Epidemic Sound comes in because like I mentioned, they have over 35,000 tracks to choose from, over 90,000 sound effects, and really just awesome music options that are completely royalty-free. This means that if you put up a video with music from their library, you don't have a risk of it taking your video down, because when your accounts are attached to Epidemic Sound, it knows that you are essentially, you have access to all of their royalty-free music and that you're able and you have access to use it in your video marketing, which is amazing. I use it for, my YouTube music, I use it for Instagram Reels, and it's just a really great option to be able to have amazing music. And this is also a really good option if you are someone who still has an account where you don't have access to maybe pop music or other music outside of what is already in Reels. This gives you access to so much more music, so much more variety, and honestly just better music that sounds awesome, that sounds very trendy, and you can use in your Reels. And so I'm gonna show you how, all within your phone. Again, I am using an iPhone 12, the iOS system, but you can do something very similar with an Android, and how you can pull up music, search for music, download it, and then add it to InShot and edit it within your video. It's actually more simple than you might think. So let me show you exactly how to do that. So now I have Safari pulled up. It is important that you are in Safari when doing this because it doesn't work the same way in other apps like Google Chrome, other like browsing apps. But I have Safari pulled up. I have Epidemic Sound. I am logged in right here. And the first thing you'll see, you see recommendations based on your YouTube channel, which I really appreciate that. So I'm not the one always having to go and search for music. They're giving me recommendations on things that I use, things that I like, which is amazing. If you scroll down, you can see, different categories. You can search for different sounds based on the mood of the sound and exactly what you are going for. For example, I'm gonna tap the little 3 bars at the very top right-hand corner, and I'm gonna tap on moods right here, and we're able to say, do you want a happy mood, dreamy, epic, laid back, quirky? There's so many different things that you could really go for. So think about the type of reel that you are making and what you might want to go for with that. In addition to that, you can go up here and go to different genres and see what, if you want a certain genre for your music, you can go in here and look at that, hip hop, pop, acoustic, funk, rock, whatever your style is or whatever the style of your reel is. You really have a lot of options here, which is why I love it. I love it, when you're trying to create, especially original content, you're trying to create things like that, this works so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and actually head to one of my playlists, my favorites that I made, and start adding my favorite music just to this playlist so that I can refer back to it. And there's one song in particular that I think would go really well with this reel because it's a little bit more upbeat, and that is called What Surrounds Us by Thomas Skildberg. So I'm just gonna play a little part of it for you because I think this is gonna go really well with how this reel is gonna sound. Okay, so you kind of get the vibe, it's a little bit more upbeat. It has some good pops to it that I can have things come in and out on the beat. So what I'm gonna do to add this directly into InShot, I'm gonna tap the little 3 buttons down in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm gonna hit the download button right here. And then I'm gonna hit download full mix. And what that's gonna do, and then again, hit download right here. And it's gonna save it to my download. So once this is finished downloading, you'll see in the upper right-hand corner, there's a blue downward arrow. We're gonna hit on that. That's where all your downloads go. We're gonna tap on that recent download that we just did for the music. We're gonna hit the share button in the bottom left-hand corner. And then the awesome thing is you can scroll through your apps and actually find InShot within this list of apps. So when you hit on InShot, it's gonna ask you if you wanna save that music file into your InShot library. So you can even save, all of your favorite music within InShot. So when you're editing videos, it makes it even faster. You don't even have to go back to Epidemic if there are certain music options that you use over and over again that you absolutely love. So we're gonna go ahead and hit okay right here because it's gonna be under music. And that means that it saved the music to our music library within INSHOT. And so if you're interested in checking out Epidemic Sound and you want to gain access to all of their amazing royalty-free music that you can have access to for your reels and other video marketing content, be sure to check out the link down below. It actually gives you a 30-day free trial for you to try it out, see how you like it, and start creating video content with their royalty-free music library that is absolutely incredible. So again, thank you to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. I am very excited for you guys to try them because they truly are an awesome resource for you and gaining access to a huge library of royalty-free music. Now to add this music to our video, we're gonna hit that music button in the upper left-hand corner right here. We're gonna go ahead and hit on tracks. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit on imported. And so when you do that, you'll see that track, What Surrounds Us by Thomas Skaldberg, pops up right here. And we're gonna go ahead and tap on that, tap on use, and then it automatically adds it to your video. So you can see it overlaying my video clips right here. And we are going to want to trim it down so it's the exact length of our video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the very end of it right here. I'm gonna hit split right here and then just delete the rest of the audio. I could also change like what section of the music I want to do, but for the sake of this, I'm not gonna dive into that right now. But let's go ahead and hit the check mark on the upper right-hand corner. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this and see how it's sounding. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is in that first video clip, I need to turn off the volume of the original video because that's not really what I'm going for with this reel. So to do that, we're gonna go ahead and hit music again right here. We're going to tap on that first video and then we're gonna bring the volume all the way down and then hit the check mark on the top right. You can also hit the double check mark in the top left-hand corner and apply to all of the video clips so that there is no audio over any of the video clips anymore. And I'm gonna play this again to see how it's sounding. Okay, so the first thing I'm thinking is I want this to go a little bit faster and to go to the beat of the music. So what we're going to do, we're gonna go back and I'm going to, there was like one beat here like about halfway through, then I'm like, that would have been a really good way for me to stop this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Okay, about right here. I want to trim it all the way to there, so let's go ahead and do that, see how that looks. Okay, perfect. And I want it to end on the next beat, so let's go ahead and bring this in just a little bit. And then it needs to be a tiny bit longer. There we go. And I think I want it to stop on the next beat, so let's bring this in a tiny bit more. Okay, so that's perfect, but you'll see the music, the little purple line at the bottom is a little longer than our clip now. So we're gonna go back to music. We're just gonna drag this all the way back so that it ends at the very end of this. And let's go ahead and watch how this video turned out. Okay, so that beat when it turned to my dog wasn't quite on beat. So I'm gonna move this back like just ever so slightly, which I know it might tweak, like it might change some of the clips after that. So just keep that in mind. I might have to tweak some of that. There we go. Okay, perfect. Okay. Cool. So the last thing we need to do is go ahead in the upper right-hand corner. We're gonna hit the share icon and we're gonna go ahead, and this is where you can adjust any of these settings right here. So if you were filming your video maybe in 4K, you can adjust the frame rates. I usually have it at 24 frames per second. And then for the resolution, I usually just leave it at 4K. So it's like the highest resolution possible because my phone can actually film in 4K and I film in 4K most of the time. And so I want to retain as much of that quality as much as possible. But if you don't have the capability to film in 4K on your phone or whatever you're using to film, I would probably just put this at 1080p. I wouldn't really recommend 720 because then you're gonna start to reduce your quality a little bit, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave mine at 4K because I do have the ability to film in 4K. We're gonna go ahead and hit save right here and let this save to my camera roll. And then that's pretty much it. Once you have it saved, you can then upload it into Reels. Again, with Epidemic Sound having access to that royalty-free music, you can upload this video to any of your social media channels. You can upload it to your Instagram Reels, and you're able to use this music in your marketing like that. So I hope this was really helpful for you guys. Again, if you haven't checked out Epidemic Sound, be sure to check them out at the link below. You can get a 30-day free trial. Thank you again to Epidemic for sponsoring this video. I am so grateful and super excited for you guys to use them because truly they are amazing. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit the like button, be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell because we upload new videos around here twice a week. And I don't want you guys to miss out. I want you guys to stay up to date on every video. We're going to be focusing a lot on short form video, Instagram Reels here on this channel in the upcoming months. And I have to say, I'm very excited about it. I'm getting even more specific about what my channel is all about and how I can serve you guys. And I've noticed that you guys tend to like the videos that are all about Reels and things like that. So we're gonna stick pretty much to that when it comes to the videos you're gonna see from me. Super excited about that. And as always, super grateful for you guys. You're amazing. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.